All right, everybody, we are poolside at the lovely Marriott Marquis, right at the San Diego Convention Center. How about it? Actually, it's the Marriott Marina, I believe. It is the Marriott Marina. Folks, all Marriotts are great, but the Marriott Marina, who is not a sponsor of this at all, is maybe one of the finest hotels in the San Diego area. This is Shooting Straight, a podcast, a whiskey-based SPIE podcast. We are three gentlemen from OptiPro. I'm Tom. This is Ron. That's Tim. We are going to come live every night from
we would light this cigar up. Yeah. We got yelled at already.
Yeah, in a previous version of this podcast, which we are going to delete, we were disciplined for basically everything we tried to do, including record the podcast. So we're going rogue. We're going to get back into it. We are here for the SPIE Optics and Photonics Conference. We're representing OptiPro, as I said, and I've got Ron and Tim here, who are two veterans of the conference. Now, for me, this is my first time actually working the show. I helped my dad set up the booth many years ago, but this is my first time being an attendee, working the room. So I brought my two experts in here to help me survive my first SPIE Optics and Photonics. So, Ron, let me ask you, as a man who, you said, was this your 19th year? You were here, you helped establish what SPIE stands for, I think.
So I planted the grass here at Marquis.
Ron actually laid Ron laid the cornerstone at the marina. No,
it's developed over the years.
Yeah.
Really, the technology has changed. The technology of how it's used. So sure. We have to keep up with it. But yes.
So let me ask you something. What's the golden rule when it comes to these conventions? What's the one rule that I got to follow if I want to make sure I have a good time?
Talk to as many people as you can.
That's a great one. So what do you mean by that?
So it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
You can sit at a table like we did earlier.
Okay.
And just talk with anyone. See what they do, why they're here.
Right.
Get their story. Everyone's got a story.
Right.
No one just comes here just to come here on a whim.
Right.
Everyone has a story. Everyone has a route. And it's interesting to hear.
Yeah.
And in talking to them, there's a couple things I would say are part of the golden rule, 1A and 1B. Is 1A is you listen. Most people want to talk, but you let them talk.
Very true.
You listen. Then there you can establish, is this a student? Which, it's like selling flamethrowers in hell. They're not going to buy them.
No, really, the average student doesn't have the income to buy an optics machine. No students are buying Glassmasters right now.
No.
All right.
We got them in stock though, in case you want one.
Oh, we're gonna get to that later, Tim. But I appreciate that. All right.
So you know what I mean.
Yeah. So you listen. That's hard for me, obviously.
It's a legitimate, buyer of technology.
Yeah.
That would be 1A and 1B.
All right, I like that. Now, you guys, as I said, all right, yeah. By the way, we are casually sipping some delicious Bullet bourbon.
Now, Bullet's not sponsoring us yet.
Bullet also not a sponsor, but
in due time, they could be.
Listen, next year we could be showing up with sponsors. We might have celebrity guests. I'm not sure. Now,
we might have our own barrel.
We might have our own brand, the OptiPro.
The Opti Barrel.
The Opti Barrel. That might be a machine we developed. Now, listen to me, boys. You know me. I'm not always the freshest daisy in the morning. Oftentimes, I'm like a bear. I hibernate. You gotta rock me up, wake me up, come shout at me, clap in my ears. You guys always seem so chipper in the morning, and I know there's a secret to your routine. So, Ron, walk me through how you get yourself amped for a day at the show without giving too many trade secrets away.
All right. Well, this is really a collaborative effort. You got Tim and Ron, who's developed this procedure over time. It starts about 4 in the morning. Yes, people, it's 4 in the morning. You have to get your juices going because you got a long day.
Right.
There's certain things you get established. Not only having coffee, but moving on in other means too.
Movement. Okay.
You want some movement. And
I'm just picturing Ron in one of those aerobics outfits doing
calisthenics. He does it.
Yeah.
And then we get into some.
Jane Fonda's got shit on him.
Yeah. Jane Rhonda.
Cheers. Then we get into some heavy email. Sort of like heavy
emails.
And it's funny though because being in California, back at the home ranch, they're expecting the sales guys are gone.
Yeah.
Right. So we don't got to worry about them.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is we're 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
But we're really ahead.
That's right.
So we're there.
You're in the future.
We're in the future.
That's right.
So we're up 5 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock back home.
Wow.
And Our computers, they work.
I noticed that you sent an email out being like, just to act as though we're in office this week. I like that.
Because we are.
As John Moffat says, the more you sell, the more you sell. And our salesmen never sleep, which brings me to...
Yep.
You didn't finish the morning juices thing because there's something at 9 o'clock that has to happen.
Well, that's kind of the foundation of longevity and stability and stamina. It's banana time.
You got to have a banana at 9 a.m.
Yeah, not too ripe, not too green.
No.
You got to peel it the right way.
Okay.
And it'll keep you going.
Well, I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't know. 4 a.m. sounds very daunting, and most of the emails I have are spam from Domino's. But I'm going to try it tomorrow because I want to have a great show. Let's talk about this show. We are at booth 628. OptiPro Systems, rocking it at booth 628. And Ron, you said there is some significance to that number.
Well, for your folks that follow angel numbers, it's stability, it's prosperity, and it's aspiring to meet your goals. So, enough said. If you want to rock in optics, you know where to go, 628.
628, and Tim, you said this earlier. We've got machines to sell.
We do. We have very limited machines that are in stock that we could sell. Come by our booth, right? I mean,
and it's August. It's nice out. But guess what? The end of the year is coming.
Ron, how many months have we got left for the year?
We got 4.5.
4.5. You know what that sounds to me? It sounds like you need to get over to booth 628. Come talk to Tim and Ron. I'll be there making shadow puppets and, filming with my camera, doing whatever it is I do. Well, these guys are master salesmen, can help you with any optics or fabrication needs that you might have. These guys are the best of the best. Gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers.
To a great show. We'll be back tomorrow with another riveting episode of straight shooting straight, whatever we call it.
It's not an optical illusion.
That's right.
Definitely not.
It's a delusional optician.